So, my thoughts on my shirt, or at least my mostly passing grade. I still had a lot of a weird cone-shaped bullet bra style situation up top. So I had to lengthen the dart that comes in a little bit, and I gave it a little bit of a curve so that it goes around my bust a little bit nicer. It's still not quite right. It's not bad, but it's still not quite right. Darts and working with a bigger body such as myself, it's tricky, let's face it. I am trying to do more couture stuff essentially it's all for me. Everything I'm making is for me, or it's going to eventually, I'm gonna make stuff for my partner at some point, but I still have to make them a body block and go through that and figure out how they fit into a certain shape to make them shirts and pants and things. This is all for wovens. Stretch requires negative ease. That's something I will be delving into at some point later, eventually. But that is something that I do want to eventually do because knits tend to be a little bit more softer. And it's something that I'll probably wear a little bit more on the day-to-day. But because I worked in offices for so long, this is something that would possibly be acceptable if it was made a little better. Otherwise, currently, not bad. This is something that I'll probably wear around because it is light-ish. Like, it's light enough. There's no sleeves, so it gives me a little bit more breathability. It's nice and loose around the hips, so I can sit down without feeling like I'm constrained. And it's also loose enough that I can extend this so that I'll have a skirt and it'll fit nicely as well, so I can make a dress out of this. The armholes fit nicer. I found that on the second draft after using the body block that I shouldn't have extended under the underarms, because I did wing it out a little bit. So I took it back in after I sewed everything up and see how it fits, because there was a lot of gaping. And I would say this is, I don't know if you can see it on screen, but it's a lot nicer, so I will probably keep this going. Usually I like stuff with the armhole a little bit lower. This rubs a little bit here, but I don't think there's really much I can do about it without exposing my bra straps. So it is something that I might have to live with. This is also the body block that I've set up so that the sleeve block also fits this configuration. So again, there's gonna be pros and cons. There's still a little bit of loose darts, but then again, the shirt is supposed to be a little on the looser side because I need it to be a little flatter in the front, cover my stomach and the belts of whatever I'm wearing underneath. Overall, it's pretty comfy. I probably have to still deal with a little bit of wrinkling in the back. Here, let me move my hair so you can see. But the back isn't terrible in my opinion. It just needs, again, a little bit of work. The hardest part is that I probably need somebody who understands sewing to help me make a better body block, because it's really hard to do it by yourself. With that said, there is a couple of programs, not a couple of programs, specifically one program that I am tempted to try to see if I can make one that's even better. One that will fit me a little bit nicer. That program is online and it is for free. It's called Free Sewing. That particular program I do plan on going into delving in a little bit later. Everything is free, but they accept donations to keep the website running. If you happen to like what you see, please consider donating to my Ko-Fi. It will help keep me caffeinated. It will help me go through school. It will help me get supplies that I need, such as expensive markers for some of the drawing class that I'm currently taking at this current time of filming, or possibly even future classes like draping, more pattern drafting, and all that good stuff. So until then, I will see you next time. Bye for now. Welcome to version 3 of this pattern and the shirt that I drafted. I tried to explain this as best as I could on camera with the lav mic that I bought, and well, that lav mic worked a total of 4 videos before it totally gave up the ghost and stopped working altogether.
In future videos, I just used one of my previous work and now gaming headsets by Logitech, so then that way the spoken audio is slightly less garbage, so you may see future videos of me working with a headset for recording until I can afford a better lav mic when I either start working again, or if I get a kind viewer that makes a big enough donation for me to get a decent one, instead of an $80 set that was on sale to only have it fail on me in less than 4 months. Now, anyhow, enough of my technology woes here. I was advising of some of the bust dart and shoulder changes that I did to this body block, and I still found that it didn't quite fit right. Also, for the life of me, I seem to have difficulties making and patterning a polo button placket for the front of shirts. I also adjusted the arm side, but it still didn't quite fit the way I'm happy with, and I'm still running into fit issues with the bust dart situation. I think on the version 4, however, I might have it more nailed down in terms of fit as well as overall comfort. I plan on using this torso block also as a shirt block by just cutting it off at the waist and using the darts as it is, so I'm not fussing with it later. I'm a fairly busty and curvy person, so trying to make a body block with fussing has been a bit of a struggle, especially with some of my shoulder and pinched nerve issues that I have in my arms, as well as previous frozen shoulder injury that makes it hard for me to reach around my back or in certain directions. It's why I'm trying to make clothes with all front closures so I can get in and out of the clothes a little easier, rather than saying using a side or back zipper where possible. Now, as for the back of the shirt overall, this is the part that seems to fit the best, so I'm going to try to avoid messing with it as much as possible. On this version, I still need to raise the angle of the shoulders a little, as that is what was giving me some arm's eye issues, and it kept feeling like my shoulders were being pinched in the wrong way, if that makes sense, despite there being enough room. With the gray and black shirts, I need to go back and take those two shirts apart and make adjustments to the arm's eye, either raising the shoulder top by about 1/4 inch if I can with the seam allowance that I have, and possibly lowering it under the arm by about 1/4 inch as well. For the pattern block, I also backed off the bust dart for version 4, which I'm currently working on patterning to fussing it with between days where I have enough spoons after class to draft that out. My end goal is to make a shirt based on the tech pack that I made for fashion design class that is loosely based on what other patterns had during the 1950s in terms of style. Now, just remember that pattern drafting is a process, and it takes a bit of fabric in terms of mock-ups to get the garment to fit you best, as you are now. It takes patience and perseverance. If a pattern out of the package doesn't fit you, it's not you that's the issue in terms of how your body shape is now. It's the pattern, and you may need to make adjustments. Don't give up and keep at it, because I believe that you'll get there. It will take effort and perseverance as well as time, but I believe in you, in that you can make something wonderful that fits you and helps you look the way that you want to be your most authentic self and fit your style. Make it bright and rainbow, make it plain or understated, make it blue or white collar, but make it for you the way that you are now. You are meant to wear the clothes are not meant to wear you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.